Today we're gonna do a shop mustache. I haven't done one of these in a minute. I didn't even bother going through anything recent. I went into the bins and in the drawers and I grabbed items that I recall liking, which is why I still have them, yet for whatever reason, they ended up in the bins. I know why they ended up in the bins, okay? They ended up in the bins because I'm always getting new stuff. And so I could only have but so much stuff up here and it's already a lot. So I just put it in the bin and then eventually I would be putting it away, except I never get around to putting things away. Hurricane update. You guys are watching this before, after, no, or while I don't even know when this is going up, but I'm pre-filming this. The hurricane turned into a 5. We were going to Orlando this weekend. We had to cancel the trip because obviously hurricane means no theme parks. Our friend Nicole ended up having to evacuate and she went up to Jacksonville. So I was worried for her because I'm like, oh my God, it keeps shifting up and she just left to Jacksonville. What if it keeps going up? Like, no, right? It's made its way a little further down. And with the update, it's coming like really intense. Now we have to put up the panels. Like we were good and we're still good. But we were just very much like, we're gonna be fine. We don't even have to put the panels up. No, ma'am. We do have to put panels up. By the time you're watching this, the panels are up and we're like in the middle of a hurricane, which is annoying. I think I have a lot of goodies and an oldie. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of like create a look. I'm trying to organize myself. Clearly, I'm never really. I'm gonna start off with my Ofra Biotech Face Gel. Love her. This smells amazing. I do 2 pumps. 2 pumps for me is more than enough. I'll just kind of like, when you hear a little beep and a pap and a boom, 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 behind the scenes, it's usually my cell phone. I get alerts. Normally, I get alerts because Ty's in school. But now I'm getting alerts and you'll hear it and I'm not gonna disable them because there's a hurricane coming, girl. This popped up and I don't know why and it won't go away. Been doing, I mean, it's getting better, but I don't like it. Like my neck is usually pretty clear. And if you crack on my hair, then we can be friends. Given that the hurricane will be here like overnight-ish, I am trying to make sure that everything has been done like by Manny, but also I need to make sure my hair is clean. It's due at this point. I'm itchy and stuff. So I was like, you know what, put a hair mask, which is why it looks the way that it does. Yeah, so that's why it looks like that. So leave me alone. Next, we're gonna go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I like this, and for the price point, it's a good primer. I personally am obsessed with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip, and they also just sent me their Grip and Glow, the brand new one. These formulas are so freaking good, and I feel like this one, which would end up being like, this is the dupe for this one, kind of similar. This one is tackier than this one, and I feel like my makeup looks a little better with this one, but keyword a little better, and this is more expensive than this one. If we're going the affordable route, this one over here kind of does the trick technically. For this, I also do 2 pumps in order to make sure I have like a even, these are my like ways of doing things, right? If you kind of do like this wherever you initially applied it, you have to kind of make sure you really blend out. So I like to press on the skin like so, just to make sure that I'm leaving tack. Almost like when you're going with the tape to pick something up, I'm leaving tack everywhere. And then once I've hit all the spots, I will press it onto the skin and blend. It's not gonna eliminate the tack, but you're just gonna kind of grab all the little finer areas that didn't get it. The thing about this is that it gets tacky and it gets tacky. You need like baby wipes. Hold on. For our foundation, I'm gonna use the Hourglass. It is a veil, but it is the hydrating skin tint. I'm gonna shake this up. I haven't used this in forever. I got it in shade 10. So this is what shade number 10 is gonna look like. I feel, and this is just me, that it might be, from what I recall, slightly light, but maybe not. Maybe it's spot on. I used it a few times and then moved on to like the next new thing. So I feel really bad about it. I'm gonna use this. I'm not gonna give too much detail on it. I am gonna say just be on the lookout for the next Temu haul in which you're going to see this. You might want this, okay? So I am, and you don't have to wet it, by the way. You can just use this as is. I am going to tap this veil. Oh, I remember now. This was really nice. The only thing is it's pretty sheer, and y'all seen me shake it up. This is perfect for someone like me that wants to do that less is more makeup and then compensate with the rest of the stuff. I am gonna do the reverse contour video for you guys. So that's on my list of things to do soon. But if you want more detail on like a tutorial on what I mean, less is more, I can do that. So you see, Nothing on this side, right? Poom, just my primer. And then on this side, you still see the skin, but it looks balanced. The redness is kind of like gone. So this is going to be almost like a very sheer skin tint. That was one side. I'm gonna do the other. These are disposables, by the way, which is convenient for like traveling. I recently saw these on Temu and I was like, oh, this is like perfect. I dislike taking a beauty sponge on vacation, wetting it, and then letting it air dry overnight, but having to really deep clean it in order to use it the next day. Like, that's so irritating. But this here would be a game changer for that for sure. Next, I'm going to use the Glow-ish concealer. This is in 7tan Light. Unintentionally, I'm going for no makeup, kind of. But no, so you see this? That's what I want to cover up. A little stuff here, but not too much. So now we're gonna let this concealer sit. While it sits, let's get into a brow product. I even forgot I had this. It's been a minute. This is the Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil. Wow, the ultimate brow. I got mine in medium round, and it's one of those that has like a triangle tip, so it's very much a good dupe for the ABH one. Technically, it would be a decent dupe for Benefit Cosmetics, except this one's bigger than the one that Benefit, like the tip is bigger than Benefit Cosmetics is. I know I didn't get this like in a beauty box. This is something I picked up from what I recall, and I could be wrong, at Five Below. Usually when I go shopping with my girls, there's not much at Five Below that I'm like gravitating towards, except the beauty aisle. I'm gonna kind of fill this in. It's a nice brow pencil for like $4. Usually Wet n Wild at Five Below, it's like $3.50 to $5. I'm gonna go through. That's a cute brow. It's thicker than I'm used to. I think it's time we laminate the brows again, guys. That is the brow. I'm gonna take like a brush and tap that concealer. And now that it's pretty set, I'm gonna cover up the area. And I'm not using a sponge because I don't want to lift the pigment. I kind of want most of the pigment to stay behind. So tapping this in with a brush is gonna be key. Also, did you guys hear there's another hurricane? Another hurricane coming its way. And at this point, I feel like it's getting ridiculous. So when it came to like the ports shutting down because people went on strike, I won't chime in on that because, mija, I'm Dory. I don't pay attention to half of that stuff because I can't retain it. Ay, mi pelitos, my hair is coming down. Can't retain the information. So I genuinely will not chime in on that because I don't understand half of what was happening and why it was happening. I'm gonna go in with the Beauty For Real Hydro Set Translucent Powder. I'm gonna take that, flip her over, and use the opposite side. It's not gonna absorb powder, which is fine. Kind of like what I need right now. I just want to add powder without over applying, so this is going to be great. I wish the tip was a little slimmer though. But when that happened, everyone wild out running around looking for toilet paper, okay? And I was like, wow, okay, well, I mean, I made sure that I stocked up on food because I can go without toilet paper. Let's keep it real. The way I thought about it was like, they went on strike. What am I going to need? And I did some research. Toilet paper, yes, and my research is on TikTok. Toilet paper is made 90% of it in the US, so we would have been fine. Like, nothing was coming from overseas. I was concerned about certain work contracts that I had because obviously it's work. And I was, of course, concerned about other departments in life. The last thing that came to my mind was toilet paper and paper towels. I'm priming. I can't show you what it is. Like, I didn't get it. I didn't get the whole toilet paper thing, but okay, whatever. Like, I think people are traumatized by COVID. But now we have this hurricane, and once again, toilet paper is gone. My supermarket was stocked, but toilet paper was gone. I got this palette. I swatched it. Oh, I feel so bad. I never used it. The Forget Social Media, I'm Dope in Real Life by Polite Society, so I'm gonna try it. I said I would, and I forgot. This is something that I don't know if it's gonna be amazing. I've liked a few items from the brand, so you just never know. So I'm just gonna kind of create a look and we'll see what happens. Pero yeah, this time around, hurricane happens and I went for some extra stuff I had told you in a previous video and we were good, right? I got more than what I needed just because, I mean, you know, it's best to have extras. Pero mija, no bathroom paper. So now they're saying that another hurricane is coming. I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I'm just so not beat. I have zero interest in the stress of trying to find toilet paper. Like, I'm just gonna get a freaking bidet and call it a day because I just can't. I can't do it. I was telling Juan when I got back from Walmart, I was like, listen, there's no bathroom paper. And he goes, well, you know, soap and water, which that was my thought process and I was fine with because priority is food. Because if you don't have food for yourself or the kids, now there's a bigger problem. When I remember he says, no, they're saying there's another hurricane right after this one. I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna get a bidet. I'm not even like, I don't understand why people just don't invest in bidets and call it a day. And I don't mean like, I know they can get expensive if you get the full toilet, but no, there's like contraptions that you attach to your toilet. You can get it off of Amazon for like 30 bucks. And I'm looking at getting one of those. So I don't mean like a bougie expensive one, girl. I know in this economy, I can't even, right? But like the ones that you can get off of Amazon for like $30, $35, I already have 2 in my cart, 1 for each bathroom. Because honestly, regardless of what bathroom I use, I want to be able to like walk out of there clean, you know? That's cute. Okay, out of this palette, I used the brown, this pinky shade, and this shimmer. This shimmer is cute, but I feel like it's too shimmery. Like it's too in your face for the shades that you get. Had it been a much deeper brown, I think it would have been so much nicer because it would make more sense. I'm gonna take some of that brown and I'll drag some of that down here. And I remember what happened with the Beauty For Real powder. You notice it's a little too yellow on me. That's why I stopped using it. So it's an oldie, it's a goodie, but for my complexion, although it feels nice, not even for every day. It's a little orange under my eye, which I didn't love, and now I have to fix. I've got this powder, the Invisible Matte by M. Co. Let's see if that helps me out. Oh, better. Oh my goodness. So much better. I started to get a little, like I want to look awake even though I'm not going anywhere, and this was starting to make me look kind of like, For bronzer, I'm gonna go in with the Beauty, what are you? It's a Jasmine Beauty Beachside Bronze. I remember liking this because of how deep it was, and it works great when I have a foundation that's way too light. It helps kind of like balance everything out. And then down here. On the eyes, I'm gonna use this. Now, yes, it's brand new in the box. Don't judge me. Mine dried out and Ofra was like, oh, we'll send you a new one. But I had mine for so long. So I figured it isn't oldie, it isn't goodie, it's just an oldie, like in terms of experience for me, but it's like a new one in the sense of they just sent it. This is the Fix Line Eyeliner by Ofra Cosméticos. It is like a super creamy gel. You can use this to do a wing. You can actually use a different tone for your brows. It's really nice. I am, of course, going to create a quick little wing. It's really creamy and a little bit goes a very long way. And it does take a few seconds to dry down. So don't like look all the way up. If not, you're gonna get transfer. I'm gonna let that dry down and then I can go in with some mascara. In the meantime, I think we wanna do our cheeks and I'm gonna go into this Jason Wu Trio. It is their blush. I think this is called Beautiful Earthling or something like that. I kind of feel like I want to go with this shade. It kind of goes with like the crease shade on the eye. This is something that you can get at Target, by the way. It is lightweight and pigmented enough. It is a powder. So if you're more into creams like me, you may not like this. I believe they do have a cream version, but I've been using a lot of creams lately and I felt like an OG powder, because I've had this for a while, would be nice. Back to what I was saying. So today is Tuesday. Once I'm done filming, believe it or not, I am gonna go out and kind of help my husband with the panels, like at least hold the drill or something. I don't even know how to do that, but I wanna kind of provide that support. And then I will get into the kitchen and start the cooking process. I'm gonna make like the big pot of pasta that I was telling you guys about and a really big pot of soup. That way we have food that we can kind of reheat and it'll just be like really easy to access home cooked meals versus like the frozen stuff that I have bought. For mascara, I'm gonna use the Pat McGrath Labs mascara, which I told you guys, it's nice. It's not like the most amazing mascara I've ever tried, but it is a very nice, can I open you? A very nice mascara. Actually, I want to curl my lashes. I'm gonna do 2 coats instead of the 2.5. Due to me already having a liner, it's not gonna make a difference if I do that like half on the base. Or highlight. I'm gonna use Bobbi Brown. I remember getting this highlighter and being upset. Look at the it's like having pearls on your cheeks is stunning. The shimmer is just everything. This one is the Pink Glow powder. And yes, I will sit here and go gaga for a lot of highlighters, but they're also pretty in their own way. Like, look at that, the radiance, stunning. And I'm going for a glowy moment today, for sure. This is something you have to go lightweight with because otherwise it's gonna be too intense. I'll add some on the brow bone, tip of the nose. I mean, look at that though. For the lips, I'm gonna go with my OG lip combo. Flexi Slick in Stretch. If you got my collab with Ofra last year, this was one of the shades. It's like the most perfect peachy nude. And then I'm gonna go in with the Dragun Beauty CC 2.0 CC, which I'm so glad I ended up buying. So I think I ended up like stocking up with like 4 or 5 backups because it's really hard to find nowadays. And I noticed in my bin, I probably have like 2 more left. So unless I find a really good, perfect dupe for this, I'm gonna go on a scavenger hunt to find more. It's like the perfect nude for my complexion. It almost like helps reline my lips and make it look like that's my new lip line, which is perfect. I'm gonna go in with Stretch. And if you guys liked the formula and the color, wait till you see what we have in store for you. I love that color. And then I'll ombre the lip. I don't think I'll ever move away or like steer away from a Flexi Slick formula. It's pigmented, it has a little bit of a gloss that eventually does fade, but it leaves the pigment behind and it's also hydrating at the same time. Like, what? Then I am going to finish the skin with the Fix Plus by, I was gonna say, does it still spray because I've had it for a while, by MAC Cosméticos. We of course have to let this baby dry. Wait, where's my fan? I have a fan. You gotta love Temu, girl. All right, you guys, and here is the completed look. Do you see why I kept the product? I mean, I'm kind of like with the eyeshadow palette, in my opinion, but the skin, the lip combo, the eyeliner, the brows, like it all looks so freaking good. You would never think we're dealing with what we're dealing with in real life, girl. I have so many followers in Florida. I really hope you guys are safe. I hope you've been able to access everything that you need. Positive vibes and prayers go out your way. Trust me, I'm worried. I'm concerned for you guys as well. I will keep you guys posted in the community page, and please make sure you comment there. Let everyone know how you're doing if you're here in Florida, if you were able to get out and all of that. I really appreciate you guys watching this video after I shopped my stash. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.